So, hello everybody, this is Tere Joyce, and then we're in Occupy LA, actually in a very special tent, kind of near the steps of City Hall. It's raining outside, and we have somebody who protested on Thursday in front of the Bank of America, and he was actually one of the soldiers out there that got arrested and spent some time in jail. And I want to introduce him to whatever, like I'm doing a show right now. I want to introduce him to Occupy LA because we live here. So tell us what happened on that Thursday.
Okay, so first of all, Thursday started out with a union march. SEIU came out and they were doing their permitted march. So what happened was the cops had blocked off all the roads for the route, the permit route. And there was no car. This is why I hate permitted marches and permitted protests. Because when you permit a protest, everybody can't see you because they blocked off everything. Well, anyways, they marched around and they came around to the end of their permit. So the first thing that happened is the occupiers, the ones who were with the union members but not with the permit, we wanted to go further past the little line that the police officers with the bikes had made. So we ran past the ran up to the permit line where all the cops were, and there was a scuffle. So a few of us broke through. 2 of our people got arrested, and I came back around the cop line and I walked on the sidewalk and I started running to get past the line just to walk on the sidewalk. And then the cops had swarmed me and I dropped to the ground peacefully protesting and laying down. So reporters came up to me, asked me questions, and then the cops left and didn't mess with me because they didn't want all that publicity for someone on a sidewalk. So what happened is, after that, we didn't believe that the SEIU march had gotten much done, so we went to the Bank of America. All of the occupiers, there must have been about 300. Don't quote me on that number, but it seemed like that many. So we pitched up tents on the grass of the Bank of America, and we were told to disperse because it was private property. Well, some of us didn't want to disperse. There was about 30 of us, I believe, and we stayed on the lawn. And what happened is riot cops, they filled 2 streets worth of riot cops and cop cars, and they swarmed for about 30 protesters that were on the lawn. So basically, I was standing there because there was a group of people surrounding the tents that they had set up, and they had linked arms. And then there was another group of people blocking off the riot cops from coming down the sidewalk just to give us some time. So basically, there was me and my friend. We stood on the bank, like this little edge where there was flowers, and we told them to start cheering and shit for all of the people who were getting arrested and being taken away. So what had happened is 2 cops with shotguns and beanbags inside the shotguns, they aimed it at me like as if they were going to shoot me because I was riling up the crowd. So I'm not gonna lie, I was dead scared that it was going to shoot me. I knew it was going to hurt. So I turned my back, because if someone's going to shoot me, they're going to have to shoot me in the back, especially a cop. So as soon as I turned my back and threw off my glove for throwing the tear gas canisters, which never came, everybody started chanting, "Oh, you're going to shoot him in the back, how can you do that," and stuff. So as soon as that was all over, the cop didn't shoot me, and the riot cops started to move in. So our protesters, I blocked the protesters, so I was going to be the first one arrested for the circle area at least. And as soon as they grabbed me, I dropped to the ground just to be non-violent, non-resistant, just went limp. They picked me up and they started taking me to the paddy wagon. What had happened was, once I got to the paddy wagon, they cuffed me. It was actually pretty tight. My hands turned purple, and they wouldn't cut them off until I gave my name, which I never gave, but they cut them off anyways. But as soon as I was in there, in the paddy wagon, after they were done being nice to me and none of the cameras could see me, they took my little scarf right here and my 2 necklaces that I had, and they picked me up by my pants and my necklaces and threw me inside the paddy wagon and broke my necklaces. And then they messed up my knuckle when they threw me in, because my hands were behind my back and it got bruised pretty bad. It's healed up now because I was in jail. But after they took us all to the jail, and processed this all. Some of our people got bailed out because they had their names on a list for being bailed out. And then I didn't give my name. I just went straight up John Doe. I didn't sign anything. And then as soon as we got there, I told them I was on hunger strike, but they didn't believe I was going to go on hunger strike. So after the first 24 hours of hunger strike that I was on there, they put me in solitary confinement so I wouldn't spread my hunger strike ideas to the other prisoners. So basically what happened, I went on hunger strike for about 60 hours because on the day of the protest, the last meal I had was at 10 a.m. and we got booked around, I think it was about 6 o'clock. And then so basically I was in the back in the solitary confinement. I didn't eat for the whole time. I just laid down and slept because that's the best way to conserve energy and keep the hunger strike going as long as possible. But then basically they kicked me out because they couldn't keep me any longer, and they didn't even care if I signed my name anymore. They just said just put an X on it and be done with it, and they kicked me out of the jail. And I'll be going to court on December 14th, but I think nothing's gonna happen of it because it was a citizen's arrest. There was this man called Thompson Dave, someone at the bank, a security person or the owner of the bank property, I don't know. But basically what happened, what will happen is just like a ticket that an officer gives, the accuser has to be.
Can you give us a few minutes?
The person has to be there to accuse you and be with there giving you the ticket.
Give me a few minutes.
I don't think this rich banker dude is gonna come for every single person. I mean, there was like 30 people he mass arrested. So the cops did the dirty work of a banker and kicked us all off the stuff. But basically that's what happened. Got back, ate some Chinese food, big old plate because I was super hungry. But I'm ready for more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.